What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the show. So, thank you guys all for being here. Really appreciate all the support. I was going through the chat, just looking at what you guys were saying. Thank you for the new member here. Who is that? Is it Alexandria? Alexandria, yes. Thank you for the membership. Now, what we're going to do is, first off, I wanted to start a little bit early because there's always some hiccups. I always have issues with these live streams. I don't do that many. And so when I do open up a live stream, there's always some challenges. And so I just wanted to make sure that everything is working and sounding good. So make sure you guys let me know first off, can you hear me? Can you see me? Does everything look okay? And we'll be watching. We're actually going to watch this from the White House on YouTube. So the White House channel on YouTube. And I was going to watch it on C-SPAN, but I think it's better to watch it here. And the only thing is, I'm not sure if C-SPAN is showing anything early. No, I don't see anything. So, yeah, this is where we're going to watch it. So make sure you guys can see and hear me on this little clip here, and then we'll talk a little bit about it after the ceremony. But I see you guys are all excited about this. I'm very excited about it. Even though I'm not currently collecting Social Security, it is good that they're taking care of this now because some people have been, their benefits have been reduced for years and years. And now that they've eliminated weapon GPO, that means that you'll be able to receive the normal amount that a person receiving Social Security is receiving. And so that's good. And I like it because now when I get to that age, hopefully it's 67 for me. We don't know what's going to happen in the future when it comes to Social Security and the full retirement age, and where are they going to raise the full retirement age? You do have some politicians talking about that right now. And so I hope that they don't raise the full retirement age, and then at 67 I can start collecting my Social Security benefits without WEP being, involved in that. And so right now I am earning a pension, so I'm in the same situation that millions and millions of people who work for local and state government are involved in, as well as postal workers, and there's some other areas too. So just let me know that you guys are actually. One thing I want you guys to let me know, where are you guys watching me from? So let me know where you're watching me from. Just give me the state, or you can give me the city, what have you, state, city. But just let me know where you guys are watching me from. I'm always fascinated. I saw someone earlier saying that they were watching me from Japan. I don't know if I truly believe that, but it's possible, right? You could be an expat living in Japan, collecting a pension and Social Security, and you're interested in what's going to happen with, is this really going to be signed off on? So I see Japan again. All right. Wow, there's a lot of you guys in here. It's going too fast for me to see it, but Houston, Texas, Louisiana, Florida, California, good old California. That's where I live, California. Colorado, West Virginia. Wow, you guys are all over the U.S. and in some other countries. England. Oh, God. Okay. Well, so we will. Now, if you guys are watching me right now and you're not subscribed to the channel, now's the time to subscribe, because what's going to happen in the future is this is going to be rolled out. So you're going to have the Social Security Administration that they're going to be sending out information. So we don't know how soon it's going to be rolled out, but they're going to have to do some recalculations. So we know that's going to happen. We know that there's retroactive payments that will be going out to some, and it'll be a year. We're talking a year span here. The retro is going to go back to January of 2024, and so that's going to be a large check. If it's just a one lump sum check, or are they going to kind of each month give you a little bit? We don't know exactly how that's going to roll out, and so there's a lot that we don't know yet. And so make sure you subscribe and follow me, because I will be continuing to follow this story so we can find out when the checks will be going out, and then the new calculations, what is going to be the average for people receiving the benefit increases, because it's going to be an increase. Because right now we have people that have, and I was looking in the chat earlier too, people saying that their benefits were reduced by $500 or $600, and so this is going to be big for some people, and so it's good. It's a step in the right direction. Now I know it doesn't help everyone, and that's kind of the drawback, or I won't say the drawback, but I know there are a lot of people that watch my channel, and they come to me because I talk about Social Security and retirement, stuff like that, and this doesn't help them. But the only thing that I can say about that is it's a step in the right direction for some, and in the future, in the future, Congress is going to have to reform Social Security. Now, when they reform Social Security, how are they going to do it? Are they just going to reform Social Security and not provide an expansion to Social Security benefits? Or are they going to provide an expansion? So we're going to be looking at something happening, and when it comes to Congress, they're unpredictable. So we don't know when they're going to take this up. But we know that in about 8 years, the trust funds will be completely depleted. And that would mean a cut of about 23% across the board. And so we are going to see something in the near future when it comes to Social Security Social Security reform. And the hope is that they will expand Social Security at that time. But we have to have the right people in office to do that. Some politicians, they don't want to expand Social Security. Some politicians they're not in line, they didn't agree with the Social Security Fairness Act, believe it or not. I mean, we were looking at the numbers, and we have about 5 minutes before the signing. So we were looking at the numbers, and in the House, what was it, 375? No, 300, let me get the numbers right, 327 yeses, 75 noes. So you had 75 House members that did not agree with the Social Security Fairness Act. Now, they gave different reasons. I don't agree with it because it wasn't through regular order. It was through a discharge petition. It didn't go through committees, so I don't agree with it. And it doesn't have pay for, so I don't agree with. So there were different reasons why they didn't agree with it, but nonetheless, they didn't agree with it. And then in the Senate, you had 76 yeses and 20 noes. So you had 20 senators that didn't agree with the Social Security Fairness Act. As a matter of fact, you had one senator, Rand Paul, who brought an amendment to the floor basically saying that we want to raise the full retirement age in order to pay for the Social Security Fairness Act. It didn't go over well. I mean, I think it got three yes votes, and the rest were no's. So it didn't go, it wasn't. It didn't do anything. Well, how can I say that? It didn't pass. Let's just say that. So that's a good sign that they tried to raise the full retirement age with this amendment, but that didn't go through. But I just think it's good. It's a step in the right direction when it comes to Social Security. We also have a promise from President Trump. We'll have to see if he holds this promise, but he made the promise that he's going to eliminate taxes for people receiving Social Security benefits. So that's going to help even more people, and that'll be more money in your pocket. Now it's not going to help everyone, because you do have some people who aren't paying taxes on their Social Security benefits, but it will help some. It'll help more. So right now we're looking at about 3 million people. The Social Security Fairness Act is going to help about 3 million people. And then in the future, maybe we'll see even more people benefit from not having to pay taxes on their Social Security benefits, as well as, at least Congress is addressing Social Security. I think that's a good thing. Okay. Now I'm off my little spill here. We got about 3 minutes before they start, and doesn't say anything. Wow. Let me flip over to the screen real quick here. I don't want to miss anything. And the White House has about 5,000 people that are tuned in and watching. So that's amazing. And how many people do we have? Let's see. Gotta flip my screens back here. Open up. Wow, we have 1,800, almost 1,900 people watching. So thank you guys all for being here. If you guys can do me a favor, hit the like button because that will help promote this out to more people, and that way they won't miss this. Okay, and there's some people that were telling me that that they couldn't see it on C-SPAN for whatever reason. I don't know if you don't have an account or what. Let me raise the volume just a little bit here. Let me know if that, hopefully that sounds a little bit louder. I have my volume down, so hopefully that's a little louder. But yeah, some people were telling me that they couldn't watch C-SPAN. So hopefully this will allow you to be able to watch this. And what else was I going to say here right before they get started? We got about a minute. Looks like a minute they should be starting. People keep asking me about SSI. Do they get this? No, SSI, understand, SSI is not Social Security. Okay, although it's administered by the Social Security Administration, it's not Social Security. And so you have to earn credits in order to receive Social Security. And with SSI, you do not have to earn credits. And so this, people who are receiving Social Security or SSI, they're not going to qualify for this. Okay, I see R-Rod's in the building. R-Rod, what's going on, brother? He's been helping me out a lot. Yeah, some of you guys, you guys send me emails and stuff. I really appreciate that. You don't know how much I appreciate that, giving me updates and things like that. Pamela's another one. So I thank you guys for doing that. I appreciate it. If you guys want to send me stuff, all you need to do is send it. It's David at Travel Explore Click. I know it's my other channel, but travelexplore.com. You can send me emails about information, upcoming information, stuff like that. So I do appreciate it. Okay, so we are down to, should be starting very soon. It is 1 o'clock. So we are anxiously awaiting. Naples Live Music. Thank you for your membership there. Appreciate that. Okay. All right, let's go. We're waiting. So I'm hoping this is let's see. Hold on 1 second here. I'm trying to adjust this volume before we start. All right. Wow, let me see what's going on. C-SPAN isn't showing anything. All right, we're just gonna stay here. So they're a little late on the start time. Now, so as I stated, more information will be coming out, and I will be getting that information out to you as soon as possible. And this I don't know how long it's going to take, but I would hope that we hear some good news about them implementing this in the next couple months. I'm saying the next couple months. That is my hope. We'll have to see if they're able to do that. There are a few concerns that I have. I'll talk about it in a second. But Pamela Walker, thank you very much for the super chat. I really appreciate that. And no comment. If you guys give me a super chat, you should give me a sticker, so that's good. If you give me a super chat, ask me something or make a statement or something. But I appreciate that, Pamela. Thank you very much. Okay, so there are some concerns that I have when it comes to us seeing this implemented very soon. The concern that I have is that we're in a transition period, okay? And because we're in this transition period, we could see, we could see some lag time. And then the other concern that I have is the fact that we are we have this Department of Government Efficiency that will be starting up January 20th, and I'm fearful that we might see cuts to the Social Security Administration, the administration funding, the money that's going to administration. Now we have the budget talks that's going to be in March, so they're going to have to look at the budget for 2025, and that could be a time where we could see some cuts. And seeing cuts to the Social Security Administration is going to impact them rolling this out, because it's going to mean, most likely it's going to mean less staff. And so that is a concern of mine. So these are some things that I'm just thinking about, kind of looking, forward to see how this is rolled out. But that's definitely a concern of mine. Just the budget, the Social Security Administration budget, because right now they're already struggling, and they were already asking. Martin O'Malley. All right, all right, all right. Can you guys see me? Can you hear me? Wow. I told you. I told you. I don't know what's going on with this thing. I need to get a new computer. Bottom line, I need another computer. But anyway, you guys can see me and hear me. That's good. All right, let's get back over here. We still have nothing on our screen here when it comes to they still haven't started yet. All right. So my computer just shut down. I don't know why. I think it got too hot or something. But let me just want to make sure I get back over to how we were going to watch this. What's it going to be on? Just give me 1 second so I can set this up. Let's see. 79. I hope it doesn't do it again. But if it does, just hold off. I will come right back. But I appreciate your patience. This is crazy. But it always happens. I think I just need to do more live streams, and I'll get used to it. All right, where is that? I don't see it. That's why I don't see it. All right, just give me a second here. There it is. Okay. All right, you guys can hear and see that, hopefully. And they are late. They are late. By 9 minutes? Let me refresh this and see if it... No, it hasn't started yet. Okay, so let's get back to what we were talking about. Oh, you guys are seeing all that stuff. Well, let me get that off the screen. Okay. All right. So we are in the waiting stage. Now I hope my computer doesn't shut down again. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Oh, okay, that doesn't work. Let's see. All right, I'll be right back. Okay, just wanted to turn that fan on full blast. Okay, let's get to some of the chat here. Let's see what you guys are talking about. Okay, chat's going crazy here. Going really fast. All right. How do you get on C-SPAN? That's a good question. You know, I don't watch C-SPAN very often, but they told me that I needed to sign up for C-SPAN, so I did. And
Nike? 808 Fiverr freelancers have worked with Nike. Designers,
that's very loud, isn't it? So this is the C-SPAN
developers,
that we're looking at here.
find the perfect one for your business. Fiverr.
Justice for all. That's the America House Democrats will fight hard to
So
preserve.
they're just showing
God
old
bless
stuff
you.
here. President Biden signed Social Security Fairness Act, but it says January 4th. Yeah, so that's not even the right date there. Let's see. It says live. Yeah, so there's just showing repeats on there. So I think the White House, just looking at the White House, we should be fine. The White House website. All right. Hopefully this computer lasts. I really need to buy another computer. That's just the bottom line. It's getting too old. Oi. All right. So, I don't know what the delay is, but we have a delay. Okay, so let's talk a little bit more while we wait. I can't remember exactly where I was before this shut down the last time. Some people saying Acer. No, I paid a lot for this computer. It's like it's a laptop though. It's a what do they call that? I can't even remember the name of it. I can't look at it now, but I paid a lot for it, a lot of money for it, and it will shut down when it gets too hot. And it's pretty cold out here. It's not, it's not the weather. I mean, it's California weather, so it's still a little. It's pretty hot, or pretty hot. It's pretty cold, and it still just gets hot and overheats. So let's see. Apple, Mac. All right, I'm just looking at the chat, guys. So if you're new, if you just got in here, please hit the like button so we can get more people in the room, and then we will be watching this momentarily, soon as they start, which is odd that they haven't started yet. We don't have anything, and they're just showing.
Hi, my name's Kelly Poole. I'm the founder.
Every time you click on here, they show you a commercial, and then they go to stuff from yesterday.
And we have our 4 children here, Hannah, Abby, Jack, and Will. We all stand up just really quickly. Come on.
Yeah, see, that's from Friday. So don't know what's going on here. But we will continue to wait. Yeah, so please, if you guys can, if you're in the building and you haven't hit the like button, please hit the like button, and then consider subscribing. We're going to be coming back. We're going to be talking about this a lot because that's what I was talking about, the rollout. I have some concerns about the rollout just because we have a transition. You have a change. You have one president leaving, another president coming in, new administration. When it comes to Social Security, you're going to have a new head at the Social Security Agency. So that we could see delays as a result of that. That is my main concern. So hopefully it will be okay, and we won't see it won't be delayed that much. But there's some concerns when it comes to that. And then also this Department of Government Efficiency reducing funding for the Social Security Administration. If they do that, then that could be a major problem because that will delay as well because you have less people working. That means it's going to be harder for them to do the calculations, the new calculations that they need to do. And so that could push back this time as well. So the hope is when it comes to how, government works, the hope is that we can get this, they can get this done in the next couple months, but we might see it. I mean, it could potentially be longer than that. So we'll just have to wait and see. He says it's showing on C-SPAN. Okay, let's see.
And you need this done by when?
Was this approved by?
We'll turn it on as soon as this commercial's done. But this isn't new, so if you guys have a link, send me a link, and I can click on that and pull it up. But I do not see it on here. This is the speaker. So we come down. It says live. Click on that. It takes me here. Yeah, I don't use C-SPAN very often.
Hi, my name's Kelly Poole. I'm the founder.
Get another commercial. And then we get the same thing, the speaker. Yeah. So I'm not seeing anything there. If you guys do have a link, just send me a link and I'll go over to that link. But right now we're looking at the White House and we're just waiting. Eagerly waiting. People are saying that Joe is sleeping right now. Oh man. So yeah, we'll see. The hard part was getting to this point. All he needs to do is sign it, and we're done. So, when it comes to the hard part, it's over. Getting this and understand this too. This bill was a discharge petition, which means that they basically got enough signatures in the House in order to move this forward. It wasn't brought to the floor, or wasn't brought up by the Speaker, Speaker Johnson. And so that's important to note that this wasn't expected. This was something that was, the word is forced. This was forced to a vote. And so we were lucky. Let's just put it that way, because this could have very well not even happened. That's why when it did happen, people were surprised. I know, I'm retired now, but my association, I'm still part of the association. They sent me information saying, hey, look, this might actually pass because it already passed the House. So we were looking at the Senate. And so this was unexpected, but it was a good unexpected surprise, I would say. And so now all the president needs to do is sign it and we're done. There was some concern. Was he not going to sign it? Is he going to, just wait the 10 days and not sign it at all? But as long as Congress is in session, it also becomes law. So it's not, even if he doesn't sign it today, let's say he says, you know what, I'm not signing it, then it would still become law. Or he could veto it, send it back to the House, and then the House would have to vote. They need 2/3 in the House, 2/3 in the Senate, and then it overrides the presidential veto. And so what people need to understand when it comes to our structure, the government structure, the executive branch, legislative, judicial, the president doesn't have that much power. Congress has more power than the president. And that's why some people say that the speaker, whoever the speaker is, they have more power than the president because they have the money, they have the purse. And they can decide what legislation gets passed, So they have the power. Now, as a president, the president can sign off on something or veto it. But like I said, even if a president vetoes a bill, Congress can still override that. So they get the final say. And so when it comes to presidents, and I know we put a lot of attention on presidents and what they say, and okay, well, they said they were going to do this, so why didn't they do it? Well, realistically, they can say that they want to do something, but unless it's like an executive order, they can't do, new spending. Like if it costs money, they have to go to Congress. They can't just do an executive order when it comes to that. So they don't have as much power. Presidents don't have as much power as people give them. When it comes to the economy, presidents, they don't really have power over the economy. They can, presidents will take credit for economies. If the economy is good, they're going to take credit for it, and they'll also suffer if the economy is bad. I think that's a big part of the reason why President Biden didn't get reelected. The economy was shaky, okay? Or at least people the economy was shaky. People felt stuff is more expensive. And it didn't go down. The prices didn't go down, even though we're looking at the consumer price index and the prices. I mean, the consumer price index is going down. Prices are still expensive. You go to a fast food restaurant, you're spending like $20, and that's just for one meal. And I guess I'm telling on myself, but yeah, I go and I told this story. I've been telling this story because I was shocked. I travel a lot. Okay, so when I'm in other countries, not all other countries, but some of the countries that I go to Colombia a lot. I like traveling to Colombia. Things are so inexpensive when it comes to food for us. For them, for Colombians, it's expensive, but for us, it's not that expensive. So you go to a restaurant, and if you spend $25, that's a lot. And I'm talking about in a lot of cases, $25 is like for two people. But out here, I go to El Pollo Loco and get a burrito and two tacos, and it's like $18. And that's like normal now. So, all right, let's see what is going on here. You guys let me know if you see it. If you see, I saw something where it said it's signed already. If you guys see this going somewhere live, then just let me know and I'll flip over to it. But we're still waiting, right? 1 o'clock was the start time, and nothing's happening. Yeah, we'll click on here again and see what happens here. But yeah, we're not seeing anything. Dangerous in Colombia, ? R-Rod. No, I mean, you just have to be careful. Okay, here we go. Looks like or is this? I think this is it, right? I'm thinking this is it. I'm not sure. We'll just leave it here. Okay. Let me open this screen up so you guys can see it. Yeah, this is it. He's got his little desk there. Now, if you guys are watching this and it goes out, I will get back as soon as possible, okay? Shouldn't take more than a minute, but I'm just kind of giving you a warning there. My computer went out earlier for whatever reason, so just letting you guys know. I got this elevator music playing. All right. So we'll talk until they get started here. But yeah, our Rob was asking me about Colombia. Colombia is a very beautiful country. I enjoy going to Colombia. It's very inexpensive, but like everywhere, you do have to be careful in certain areas. You don't want to just, one thing, no matter where you are, you're going to have certain challenges when it comes to crime and things like that. So you just need to be careful. And when I say that, I don't mean that everywhere you go you got to be careful. Well, you just need to be aware of your surroundings. That's the bottom line. I was in Barcelona, Spain, in July of last year, and I like Barcelona, Spain, but you got to be careful there as well. I mean, people, pickpocketers, people getting close to you, trying to take stuff from you. So you just, when you're a tourist anywhere, you need to be careful because people are looking to take things from you. So you really have to be careful. So I say that anywhere you go. I don't care where it is. Okay. But when it comes to me going to Colombia, I like going to Colombia. I have friends out there now, so I know I'm usually not in the tourist areas and stuff. I'm just kind of living with the locals when I'm out there. So I have a good time. And it is so much cheaper than the US. It's amazing. Okay. Saying CNN showing the room. Okay. So yeah, we'll watch it on C-SPAN, I guess. The White House is probably not going to put it out until the president actually comes out, so we'll just watch it here. Yes, Smokezilla is saying, sounds like your processor is overheating. Yes, it is. That's the issue. And I have it overclocked right now.
Distinguished guest, the President of the United States, accompanied by Betty Marafino.
That's Luke Correa right there, standing up. Taking pictures. There's Martin O'Malley down in the corner there. He just stood up.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Please sit. This is such an honor to be here, I have to tell you. My first trip to the White House. It's just wonderful. I am Betty Marafino, President of the Connecticut Alliance for Retired Americans, retired professor of English at Tunxus Community College in Connecticut, and chair of the National Repeal, WEP, and GPO Task Force. It's such an honor to be here, I have to tell you. Thank you. And quite a few of our task force members are here today. When I was growing up, my widowed maternal grandmother, who had 6 children, was so grateful that my grandfather's Social Security benefits would keep her out of the poorhouse, and there was a poorhouse that was a couple of blocks from her house. As a teenager, I often accompanied my grandmother on Saturdays when she brought her homemade bread to the poorhouse. I think the vision of the people who were there in that poorhouse motivated me and others on the task force as well. We often talked about it. To help correct the injustice that my fellow public service workers who keep our communities running have had to endure, and we've kept that in our mind. Our task force began in May 2020 with a small group of Alliance activists and grew to include firefighters, police, postal workers, first responders, teachers, and many of the others in the unions and organizations that they represented in this room today. And thank you for that. We worked. We worked to secure a repeal petition of over 110,000 signatures, and we included activists from Maine to Alaska. We focused on the repeal of provisions that have been an injustice to many public servants over the last 40 years. Our DC rallies, we had 2 of them, our summit, our webinars, and traversing the halls of Congress led us to a resounding bipartisan victory in both houses. With the leadership of members of Congress here today and the President's signature, almost 2.5 million Americans will now receive their rightfully earned Social Security benefits. I want to thank them all, and on behalf of the task force, from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much for that. And especially the person I am honored to introduce today. Now it is my immense gratitude that I introduce the President who has done more for American seniors really than any other president. And thank you so much, Mr. President Joe Biden. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Betty. Thank you. I know in about 20 years I'll become a senior. It's hell turning 40, you know. God bless you all. Betty, thanks for that introduction, for all the work you've done for retired Americans. It makes a gigantic difference. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And by the way, if you excuse what they say, the Senate used to say in the Senate, a point of personal privilege. She gave me a handwritten poem from her husband, who wrote to me, saying, I look like I'm 20. So thank him very well. I'll give him a call. Thank you. And thank you to the current and former members of Congress for being here today, particularly Susan Collins. Susan, I hope it doesn't hurt your reputation, might compliment you. Sherrod Brown. Get up. And Abigail Spanberger. Where's Abigail? Get up, Abigail. I also want to thank Leader Schumer and Representative Garrett Graves. Schumer's not here, is he? All right. And Garrett couldn't make it today either. For all of you who have kept this bipartisan bill on track from the beginning to end. And so did our great labor leaders here today. I want to thank them. You know, my dad taught me, and I mean this, my friends are tired of hearing me saying this, a job is a lot more than a paycheck. It's about your dignity. It's about respect. It's about your place in the community. It's about being able to look your kid in the eye and say, honey, it's going to be okay, and know there's a real prospect that that's going to happen. The bill I'm signing today is about a simple proposition. Americans who have worked hard all their lives to earn an honest living should be able to retire with economic security and dignity. That's the entire purpose of the Social Security system crafted by Franklin Delano Roosevelt nearly 90 years ago. Social Security is the bedrock of financial security for retirees and survivors, and for millions of Americans with disabilities. But we've all heard stories like the one that Betty shared today. Public sector employees, teachers, nurses, maintenance workers, and more. Many working second jobs beyond their public service, often just because they needed to make ends meet. The law that existed denied millions of Americans access to the full Social Security benefits they earn by thousands of dollars a year. That denial of benefits also applied to surviving spouses of public service employees. Benefits cut that cost them security and a little bit of dignity as well. Joining us today, Alicio, a 17-year-old from Texas. Where's Alicio? Come here. Alicio is just around the corner receiving Social Security. This guy walked 1,600 miles from from Texas to Washington, D.C. to support this bill. And he did it. He did it for his grandmother, a retired teacher who struggled to survive without the Social Security benefits she earned. And he thought it wasn't right. But guess what? Tomorrow is his birthday. We have a tradition in our household. Got to sing happy birthday. You ready? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. All right. Alicio, I and others here have one request.
Yes.
When you're president and they say Joe Biden's in the outer office, promise you won't say Joe who. Right? Thank you, pal. You're doing good. Your mom, grandma was your child. Thank you. Go ahead. Look, by signing this bill, we're extending Social Security benefits for millions of teachers, nurses, and other public employees and their spouses and survivors. That means an estimated average of $360 per month increase. That's a big deal in middle-class households like the one I grew up in, many of you did. And for millions of Americans going forward. That's not all. Over 2.5 million Americans are going to receive a lump sum payment of thousands of dollars to make up for the shortfall in the benefits they should have gotten in 2024. It's going to be a big deal. They're going to begin receiving these payments this year, and this is a big deal. Someone said this is a big deal. It's a big deal. As the first president in more than 20 years to expand Social Security benefits, this victory is a culmination of a four-year fight to provide security for workers who dedicate their lives to their communities. And I'm proud to have played a small part in this fight and get to sign it. And thanks to Sherrod Brown and Richie Neal. Richie. And other advocates in this room, one of the first things we did was to protect pensions for as many as 2 million union workers and retirees when we signed the Butch-Lewis Act. It's the most significant action to protect union pensions in 50 years. The Butch-Lewis Act helped them retire with dignity. Look, just like Social Security Fairness Act. When I'm about to sign, when I'm signing today, when I came to office, I promised I'd always protect Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid. Never thought anybody'd have to make that promise to protect it, but we had to make that promise. We still do. I said repeatedly that if anyone tried to cut these programs, I'd stop them. And that's the promise we've kept. Even in the face of proposals to cut and weaken these programs that millions of Americans count on, I know there's a lot more work to do, by the way, to improve and expand benefits, including those who most are in need, to protect Social Security for long term, and finally asking the wealthiest Americans to begin to pay their fair share so it's able to be maintained, and so much more. Folks, we could not have done this alone. To the people in this room and the people around the country who did the work, who kept the faith, thank you, thank you, thank you. Our economy today is the strongest economy in the world. We got more to do, but it's the strongest economy in the world because we have the best workers in the world. You're the best workers. We do. And I might add, parenthetically, when I went to South Korea to get the communications, to get Samsung to send back the chip makers to the United States. We invented the damn things. We used to have 40% of the market. And he said yes, and I finally said, why? He said, God's truth. Foreign leader of a major corporation said, because you have the best, most qualified workers in the world, union workers. No, I'm serious. And because it's the safest place in the world to invest. Look, let me close with this. Today's a victory for the dignity of work and the dignity of workers. Everyday people who build the middle class, who built this country, we must never forget it. We can't forget who did it. We just have to remember who we are. For God's sake, we're the United States of America. The United States, there's nothing beyond our capacity. If we set our mind to it, and we do it together. So God bless you all. May God protect our troops. And now let's sign this bill.
All the phones go up.
Didn't hurt you, did I, Susan? All right, we got spots up here. Come on.
This is so exciting.
Thank you. Everybody knows I like her so much. I heard her reputation. Okay. You ready? Get set, go. All right.
It is official.
All right. I know it's going to be a long time for any of you who collect Social Security like me, but let's get going. Thank you, everybody. It's a good day.
On behalf of NEA,
Thank you. You've been a great support. All right.
Officially, they clipped that off real fast. Get this off the screen. All right. So we learned two things, or at least we know more information. And I want to go over both of those right now. So the first thing, well, he was talking about the average. We'll have to see as far as averages. What he said about $360. That would be the difference in for the average person that qualifies now with the elimination of weapon GPO, the new qualification. But depends on who you are. Like if you're a survivor, you might receive more. If you're a spouse, you might receive more than someone who qualified under weapon GP or under WEP, because WEP is a little bit less. So when they start doing the calculations, it'll be easier to understand. But some people couldn't even qualify for anything when it came to spousal benefits, because spousal is like 2/3 of you. The calculation uses 2/3 of your pension. And so if you were earning anything, $3,000 in your pension, 2/3 of that they would reduce from your spousal benefits. So now that they've eliminated GPO, the spousal benefits, obviously you're going to see more in your spousal benefits or your survivor benefits. But when it comes to a WEP, the restrictions, I think it was up to 50%, but it's not when you calculate it, it's not as much. So that was the first thing, that average. But then the lump sum payment. He said the lump sum payment. So that means that when we didn't know is it going to be a lump sum payment, that's the retroactive, is it going to be a lump sum amount, or is it going to be spread out over, a 12-month period? And so now he said that it's going to be a lump sum payment. So some people, and I did a video on this last month, just talking about the fact that if they're going to go back for, start January of 2024 and it'd be a whole year. Well, that's going to be a big check for some people. We're talking in the neighborhood of, it could be $7,000, $8,000. So that's something that I'm really going to keep my eye out for, because I want to see what information's coming out regarding that. So just wanted to show you guys that real quick. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you subscribe and hit the little bell notification, because I'm going to be putting out more content, and we're going to be following this. Now that it's official, we're going to follow this until people start receiving their increased benefits. And so I hope that it doesn't take more than a couple months for them to roll this out. But we definitely need to watch out, because there's a possibility that we could see some delays and some other things take priority over this. That could be a real possibility. And so we'll have to continue to follow it and demand. I mean, we might get to a point where we have to start demanding that they make this a priority. And so we'll just have to see. But thank you guys all for being here. I really appreciate it. We had a packed house. And thank you for all your support, the new members, the super chats, all of that. And I will be putting a video out later today. I've already recorded the video, so I'll put that out later today. So make sure you go over and watch the video and hit the like button on that video. Hit the like button on this. And I will talk to you guys in the next one. Bye.